we just have winners in this roundup, and these jeans, they're such a winner. Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ciara. I share videos on shopping for the best basics on the high street, how to build a capsule wardrobe, and lots of other good stuff. So if that sounds good to you, then do hit subscribe because I would love to have you back for more videos. So in today's video, we have a very fun one, and it is my top 10 most worn items of 2023. These are the pieces that I have gotten the most wears out of, the items that really have given me the best value for money or the best cost per wear in my wardrobe. They are the items that I would go out and repurchase in a heartbeat, and they're the ones that I really recommend if you're looking for something similar. These items are in no particular order, they're just 10 of my favorites, and you will find links to absolutely everything right down in the description below. And of course, if anything is sold out, I will find some similar items for you as well. Without rambling on too much, let's get into item number one, and in no particular order. Item number one is my absolute favorite ankle boots from ASOS. So these ankle boots have to be included in my top 10 roundup for 2023 because they came in at under 50 euros, which is such a bargain, and the cost per wear on these guys, I have worn these boots so much. I find these really comfortable. They have like a nice heel height, a nice thickness on the heel, and they just dress up any look. You can wear them with a simple pair of jeans and it dresses them up. They look great with satin midi skirts, with like plissé midi skirts. They're just a brilliant all-rounder ankle boot. They are still available. They've been in stock throughout the year. They're definitely something that ASOS does like all year round, and they were in the sale, and I think they were down to like 40 euros. So if you're looking for a good pair of ankle boots, these are a no-brainer. Sticking with footwear, the second item in my top 10 roundup are my beloved Masimo Dutti boots. Now these I did pick up in the early part of the autumn, so technically I haven't had them for the whole year, but it is a type of boot that I more so wear in the autumn winter anyway. Like a nice knee-high boot is very much an autumn winter staple for me. But as I said in a previous video, these are like my dream knee-high heeled boots. They are just so perfect, and I have worn them so much since getting them. They come in at just over 200 euros, so they are a little bit more expensive for a knee-high boot, but I definitely think the quality is there. I'm really happy with my purchase. I've been wearing them loads, so they might have to get tucked away when they're off season, but I guarantee they will be worn so much more in the seasons ahead, so they had to be included in my top 10 roundup. I absolutely love them. So next in the roundup, we're going to talk about some bags, and honestly, I don't know, is this going to come as a surprise to you guys, but my most worn bag of 2023 was my beloved demellier New York tote. This bag is just such a godsend. It was my travel bag for the year, so whenever I was doing, let's say, a weekend away, I would have this, but it's also my airport bag. So this is the bag that I would always take with me to the airport. I would pop it on top of my wheelie case, and it would be the bag that I would have as like my personal bag that would, you know, go under the seat in front of you or whatever. So I have a full review video on this bag on my channel, which I will link below if any of you guys are interested. So I think it's been a little bit less than a year that I've had it, but it has very quickly become one of my most worn bags. It is just so handy. I really do think that the quality is there, especially for the price. I was actually so impressed with this bag and wore it so much that there are some other designer bags that I had in my collection that I actually ended up selling because they were just gathering dust, they weren't getting used, so I sold them on Vestiaire, and it just goes to show how much use I get out of this bag. So if you are looking for a beautiful kind of mid-range designer bag that is not going to cost you the earth, I have a few of their bags myself. You'll see in the description below, I'll have linked some of the other review videos. I've also bought these bags as presents for like family members for Christmas and things like that. They're just a really good brand, and this one was definitely my most used larger bag for sure. So another bag I'm going to give a nod to in my top 10 roundup is the Dior Vancouver Bag, and this is probably my most used everyday bag. When I'm looking for something that isn't as big as a tote and I want something that I can just pop over as a crossbody or under the arm and that fits all my essentials, the Dior Vancouver is exactly what I need. Again, I have a full review video on this bag, which I'll link below. It has all the info on it. But the great thing about this one is its size and its versatility. So you can see here, it acts as like an under the arm little bag bag. You can double up the straps like this, but if you're running around and you want to do a crossbody, which I love, especially in winter when you're wearing a big coat. But again, I just feel like the quality for the price is so good. This grained leather is so durable. I love this like warm tan color. I feel like this type of color is very versatile. I can wear this in autumn, winter really easily, but it's also going to look so nice in spring, summer. It's a really summery color as well. Those are just the two bags that I wanted to feature in my most worn roundup because they are my most worn bags. And as I mentioned with the tote bag, because of me wearing these two bags so much, I did get rid of one or two other bags that I had in my wardrobe that actually cost me a lot more that I just wasn't wearing because these are my favorites. So it's a very good sign that you don't always have to spend the top designer prices to get a gorgeous accessory that you're going to wear and wear. So yeah, I cannot recommend these two bags enough. We are getting back to clothing, and easily my most worn piece of clothing of 2023 is the Arette heavyweight t-shirt. I'm going to pop a picture of it in here. I have this t-shirt in white and also in black, and it is such a staple. It is probably the staple of all staples. A plain t-shirt is something that you are going to get your wears out of. And I've said this so much on this channel before, so I probably sound like a broken record, but when it comes to things like your basics, your t-shirts, spending that little bit more to get that better quality is really going to make a difference to your outfits. It's going to make everything look a little bit more polished, a little bit more elevated, but also it means the item is going to last you for longer. You're going to have more cost per wear down the line, which does end up saving you money. I do think it is well worth it. It washes really well, it holds its shape, and it just looks really good when you're wearing it. It's just a great basic. If I was to recommend one item from this roundup, it would probably be this t-shirt. Next up in my top 10 most worn roundup is a black turtleneck, and if you follow me over on Instagram and you've been seeing any of my street style posts, you will have seen this black turtleneck quite a few times. This is the Lily Silk cashmere blend turtleneck, and it is so welcome in my wardrobe. It's so comfortable, fits really nicely. It has a really nice turtleneck effect on the neck. It's not too tight, it's super comfortable, but also it just looks really good. It is such a handy one to have, and again, I feel like with Lily Silk, the quality is really good, and yes, you might be paying that tiny bit more for these basics, but the quality is there. It will last you, especially with things like cashmere. They can run expensive on the high street, and I do feel like Lily Silk does their cashmere at a good price. They also do really great deals, discount codes. Like, it's a great one to keep an eye on. For me, a black turtleneck is kind of the same as a t-shirt. I will wear it as my base layer in those cold winter months, and it makes up the base of so many outfits. I just feel like it looks really chic and put together. So if you are a fan of that classic, elegant, kind of minimal style, and you don't have a good black turtleneck or roll neck in your wardrobe, highly recommend this one. It has really passed the test of time for me with how many times I've worn it already. So I don't think I could do a most worn roundup of 2023 without mentioning at least one blazer, because really they're some of my favorite things to wear throughout the year. I feel like blazers work for spring, summer just as well as autumn, winter. They work for day, they work for night, they work for workwear. You can dress them up. They're just the best. I do have a dedicated video on my favorite high street blazers, which I'll link below, and it is a good kind of comprehensive guide, but my main one that I'm going to mention here is my black Arette blazer. That's probably the one that I'll wear the most because it's the one that's the most versatile. Again, black just works for every occasion all year round. I wear it a lot in the party season, as well as wearing it during autumn, winter, or even during spring, summer. It's called the Hopsack wool blazer, and Arette does it in a few different colors, but the black is just my top recommendation. I feel like it's self-explanatory how much you'll wear a black blazer, and when I look back on the year and I look at all of the outfits I put together on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, that black blazer was in quite a lot of them. Okay, so moving on, in my most worn roundup, we're going to talk about a pair of jeans. Can you guess which jeans I'm going to talk about? I feel like maybe you can if you've been here before. The River Island straight leg denim range. Oh my god. I now have this exact style of jean in 5 different washes, which I know seems kind of hectic, but I have the blue denim, the black, I have the cream color, I have the faded blue blue denim. It's like the vintage wash. It's great in the summer. And then recently I picked up like a dark indigo color. They're just the best jeans. The reason I love these jeans so much is because they're the perfect mix of not too baggy, not too loose. They work for daytime. I love dressing them down with blazers, t-shirts, turtlenecks, a pair of trainers, but actually they look great in the evening time if you wear them with a pair of court heels. I've dressed them up so many different times with like a waistcoat, a pair of heels, a nice bag, or like a strapless top. There's something about the bagginess of the jean that looks really cool in the evening if you've like a dressy top, like something off the shoulder. They're so versatile, and also they're such good value. I think they're about €40. They're definitely under the €50 mark, and they are well worth it, and they wash really, really well. They keep their shape. We just have winners in this roundup, and these jeans, they're such a winner. So moving away from denim, another pair of bottoms that I've worn so much this year is a pair of black tailored trousers, and it's the Arette wool twill tailored trousers that I wore more than any other pair of trousers. They are easy to dress up, they're easy to dress down. I throw them on during the day with blazers, t-shirts, runners, but they look really, really nice even with like a dainty kind of ballet flat, and you can easily dress them up with a pair of court heels and like a nice top. I featured these in my dressy casual outfit video recently where I showed you kind of how you can dress up day looks to make them a little bit smarter, and these trousers are so good. They have some really nice tailoring on the front. It's like these little details, those darts in the front and the tailoring that they have around the waist that just makes them look premium and elevated, and they always work. They always make my outfits look really smart. So the last item in my top 10 roundup is a piece of outerwear. The coat or piece of outerwear that I've worn the most in 2023 is my long black coat. Such a staple in someone's outerwear wardrobe. I love the look of like a tailored long black coat, and I also feel like this year they had such a moment. I actually did an edit recently, which I'll link below, on my favorite coats on the high street. I did a full section dedicated to the long black coat, which is just something that I feel like a lot of people are rediscovering. So the one in particular that I have is the ASOS design version. I picked it up last year and I think it was something like €70. It was such a good price, but the one that I will recommend to you that's very similar to my ASOS one, which unfortunately is sold out given that it was like a year and a half ago that I got it. It's the Weekday Alex coat. I actually just bought it in the grey color and it's so beautiful, but it also comes in a black, and it is your perfect like masculine, slightly oversized, tailored black dad coat that like comes right down to the ground, and it's a really, really good price as well. If I didn't have my ASOS one, I would be snapping up that one in the black color for sure. So there you have it, guys. That was a roundup of my top 10 most worn items of 2023. I hope you enjoyed this little snappy roundup. As always, everything that I mentioned will be linked right down in the description below. Of course, I'll leave alternatives if anything is sold out, and as always, if you have not already, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week and I would love to have you back for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.